here from Rainbow of Balloons, and I'd like to introduce you to my friend, the Grinch. Well, we're not really friends. He kind of tolerates me and I kind of tolerate him, but you know what? I think that's worth true meaning of friendship. Am I right? Anyway, I'm going to show you how to do this pretty quick and line work friendly Grinch. Now, to do this pleasant fellow, you're going to need a 6-inch quick link for the head, but you know what, a 12-inch also looks really cool and gives him a really big head, but they're just a little bit harder to manipulate. And then we've got a 260 for the body and legs, and finally a 160 for the arms, and it gives him that gruff and unapproachable stance there. So let's get into how to make the Grinch. So I've got my 6-inch quick link and the 160 and 260. I'm going to go ahead to first inflate the head. See what I did there? I did. Okay, I've inflated the two, got a little bit of air out of that quick link head, and soften the 260 a bit there by letting out some air, and then I'm going to tie these two together. Now we're going to do a couple of pinch twists here. The first one is going to be in the quick link and the second in the 260. Okay, sorry about that small interruption. So I've tied together the 6-inch quick link for the head and then the 260 for the body. Yes, hello Bubba. I am recording at night time. I don't often do this, and my Bubba just woke up, my 2-year-old Bubba, so he's just joining me while I wrap it up for the night. Anyway, so we've got the 6-inch and we've got the 260. I'm going to do 2 pinch twists, one in the head and one in the body. So twisting off a small bubble, and that helps to give a bit of a pear shape to the Grinch's head, and he's got that little tuft of hair sticking out the top. The second pinch twist is going to be in the 260. Yes, Bub. He's far too awake for someone in the middle of the night. Now, to create the rest of the body, I'm going to fold over the 260 and twist it off where it meets back into the pinch twist. Now I'm going to do a dual action here. I am going to remove that remainder balloon and quickly tie it off, and that's going to then be used to create the legs. So the technique I like to use is to twist and snap, but if you've got a belt cutter, it'll be perfect time to use it. Alright, so then I'm going to tie this one off, just softening it here to let a little bit of air out. Twisting off a 4-finger bubble and a 1-inch pinch twist. Then we're going to thread the leg balloon through the body and then twist the remainder balloon into the pinch twist, and to create an equal bubble to the first one there to create his second foot. Like so. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead to create the arms. When inflating the 160, I've just left about 1 inch uninflated there. I'm going to soften it a bit by letting out the air, but also create a sizable uninflated end to the nozzle. Approximately 1 inch there, just over 5 centimeters. Just one moment. Okay, nothing quite like a toddler who wants to play his Mario. Now, I'm going to go ahead to create a loop twist to do the hand. Nozzle through to help lock it in, and followed by a bubble the same width as the balloon. Twisted. Okay. I'm going to then fold the balloon on itself to create an elbow and squish the air a bit. And then basically these two sides are going to be the same length. Twist that off, and that's going to get twisted into the neck. And we're going to recreate that arm on this side, trying to observe the same proportions. Basically a reverse, so we've got the arm with the bend, we've got the bubble pinch twisted, and ending with the pedal twist, fold twist there. We're going to go ahead to remove this excess and tie it off. All limbs a go-go. What we're going to do here is take that uninflated bit of balloon, thread it through the middle of the body there, and attach it to the pinch twist and loop twist on the other side. We're then going to position the grumpy old Grinch's arms so that it looks like he's resting his arms on his side in exasperation or annoyance. And that's it for the Grinch balloon. Now, I also do a super quick and simplified face, which gives the idea of the Grinch. And so picking out the key elements of his face, which of course are those great, amazing bushy eyebrows and his perpetual frown. And let's not forget that cute button nose. So I use a green Sharpie here, and that will be for the nose and eyebrows, black marker for the eyes, and white paint marker to add a bit of shine. Actually going to start with the black marker first. I'm going to create a couple of eyes. Now when doing the shape here, it's a little bit like angry eyes. Not quite a perfect sphere, but we've got that angled slope or line there, which helps give it that frustrated or grumpy look. So we're going to try and replicate that shape. The more kind of angled it looks there, it looks a bit like alien eyes. I had someone say, I'd like the grumpy alien on your menu, please. And I'm like, oh, great, sure, but you know, it's a Grinch. Is that still cool? It was still cool, but yeah. All right, and then I'm going to have a bit of a frown. Big pout. The magic starts to happen with the green marker. Whoops, he ran away. He wasn't impressed with the direction of this video. Going to go ahead to give him his nose. Nearly poked him in the eye. That'd really give him something to complain about now. So his trademark big bushy eyebrows is where he really comes to life here. So what I'm doing here is a few sharp, short strokes. And as you go backwards and lifting your pen off, it creates that finer line towards the back. And he really starts to come into his own here. The finishing touch is really that white paint marker, which really enhances his eyes, his beautiful button eyes. My paint marker nib just fell out. Just one moment. You wouldn't believe how many times this video stopped and started to this point, but I think you might get the idea. Just do a larger circle followed by a smaller one just offside. And there we have it. So fairly quick, fairly fun little Grinch or even alien that you might like to add into your line work this Christmas. Oh, and you know, I don't particularly wanted to have walked off camera several times, but give me a moment because we're going to add one little extra element which you can do if the line isn't as fast, well, isn't as quick paced as you may have been expecting. Be right back. You see, the Grinch, he gets around with a red scarf for some of the movie, so let's give him one. Nice big length of 160. I'm going to tie it off and do 2-pinch twists. So these bubbles are just a couple of centimeters each. Okay, Mr. Grinch, there you are. Alright, so going to wrap it around his neck in a humane way. Wow, my toddler is loud for nearly 1 in the morning. Oh, sorry. Okay, a bit of a bend in the scarf and twist. This next length is slightly longer and the bend is toward the opposite end just to help give it a bit of idea of movement. Then I'm going to go ahead to remove the excess, tie it off. You're a cold one, Mr. Grinch. Can't believe I'm singing, but you know what? It's late at night. I'm ready for bed. But I really, really wanted to share with you the Grinch. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful Grinchmas, Christmas, and I'll probably see you again, if not soon, then in the new year. Have a great night. See ya.